So this is the back of the old Mount Gambier jail. We're just getting ready to load the bikes up for day 3 and head off towards the Grampians. All our bikes were still here in the morning, which is a bonus. So we're just warming the bikes up, getting ready for a long day. Everyone's just doing their final oil checks and strapping things down. So we're just doing a lap around the Blue Lake. I think that's where we are. Might be able to get a look of it through here. Oh wow, that looks awesome. So as far as I'm aware, everyone had a pretty good sleep. No haunted experience from anyone, which was good. So it's, yeah, that old Mount Gambier jail is definitely a place worth staying. If you've got larger groups, I know they accommodate for larger groups as well. So if you're coming through Mount Gambier, maybe doing a motorcycle trip like we are, it's definitely worth staying for the night. And the prices are very reasonable. Like, I think it worked out to be about $45 a person, which is almost backpacker prices. So good amenities, good kitchen there, everything was clean, so really can't complain with the accommodation and for the price you pay for it. And the owners there are really nice too, easy to deal with. They reckon on a nice sunny day it's a bit it's just really blue. Well, I suppose that's probably why they call it the Blue Lake. It doesn't look that blue today, but that's probably just because it's overcast. I think I'm not sure. I just sort of looked back as Pete was giving a hand signal, but I think he was going to be taking a photo. And we've got Wayne back there that stopped with him, so I'll toot me horn to the others if we stop up here to wait up. Yeah, it's quite impressive, eh? It's just like a big crater. So we're just sort of heading out of Mount Gambier now. Going to look at a sinkhole on the way out. And then, yeah, we've got rain today as well, but it's due in Mount Gambier at 9. I'm not sure what the time is now, but our plan is to try to get in front of it, but it's going to be chasing us all day. So hopefully we can outrun it, but we are on Postie bikes, so we might not be able to. Just come down and check out this sinkhole. This is from the bottom looking back up. It's quite amazing the way it's all planned out like this. It's awesome. So this is down in the bottom of the sinkhole, and there's a sign just below me that says bees, and I don't know if you can see, if it comes out on there's a massive beehive just in that crevice there. So they must have a field day in here. It must be an awesome environment, especially with all these nice gardens. just noticed this beehive, massive beehive above us. And there's a few of them. It's quite impressive. This is just in behind all this, these creepers that just hang off the edge. A little walkway that comes back up under the stairs. Definitely worth checking out if you're in Mount Gambier. So it's called the Casterton sinkhole. If anyone wants to come down and check it out. Onto the servo and get some fuel before our trip over to the Grampians. We'll probably have to stop somewhere on the way as well for the bikes that don't have the auxiliary tanks. So we're about 20 k's outside of Mount Gambier. Got a little bit of wind issues, not too bad. Mark's, being Danielle's personal Sherpa's, got all those panniers. I think he's caught by the wind, but Pete's dropped back and is now slipstreaming him all the way to the front. You'll probably see them pass on my right hand side in a second. Helping Mark back up to get back up to the pack, and I'll probably get behind them too. And you'll see my bike just pull up to 80 now, and it makes a massive difference. I don't think Danielle's too confident doing it, but her bike can just plough along anyway. She can push through quite easy with no weight. So we're going along about 85 k's now, and we're definitely closing them. I'm actually going to back off. I could still keep going, but you know, it's just amazing how much the wind affects these bikes. It's actually amazing these bikes can just rev the way they do for as long as they do all day and don't explode. Shooting along here at 90, got a little bit of a tailwind. I'm about to get rounded up by Lockie on my right here. These little things are working pretty hard. It's good to not be right into a headwind, that's for sure. I'll try to get behind Trace here. Yeah, I can feel it just suck me up. So I had a chat with Pete. His bike and Trace's bike are stock, and they just pull past me like you know, quite noticeably. So maybe my bike's just getting a little bit tired, maybe just needs a top end rebuild similar to what Venture done. You know, it has been since I've owned it, I have been giving it a bit of a hard time. You know, with these kind of rides, it just sort of sits at max RPM for extended periods, so maybe it's just a little bit tired, it needs a freshen up. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, they're probably going to top up Danielle's bike. Just pulling over to check the fuel on Danielle's bike so we don't get a mid-ride run out in a stack. So we're just rolling through the town of Casterton. So we're just coming into the main street here. Looks like a pretty cool little town. There's all these old buildings and houses. And that's the same with Mount Gambier. It's cool to see all the old buildings and how well preserved they all are. Including how well preserved the prison, the jail was that we stayed at. Bit quiet here. It is a Sunday, so there's probably not much open. Just pulled over to grab some, to top up some jerry cans. So we've managed to find this nice back road, nice rolling green hills, nice windy roads in good condition. Look at the views. I'll tell you what the name of the road was, but I don't actually know. But they've done a good job of finding this one. We've got a tailwind today and we're going downhill, so let's see how fast we can make her squeal. Oh, she doesn't like that. Drop her down one. A lot of the times all the cattle and sheep just take off as we come past. We must sound like a swarm of bees to them or something. What awesome views. It's quite a good road. So we've got a short little bit of dirt we're gonna do just to cut across to another road. Go through it or?
No, I'll go back. I thought you could have got down there easy. Whoa!
I hope she's alright. You did it! You did it! 3 in a row. So we decided to turn around and not go through the water. Oh, that was funny. So what happens when she goes for the brake, because she's got little hands, she, like, when she pulls the brake, she pulls the accelerator on. You would have heard her revving coming down the hill, and yeah, just ploughed it straight into the fence there. Lucky she didn't get hurt, luckily, but yeah, a bit of a laugh. So 3 days in a row she's managed to entertain us. So you'll see Venchie's got the sign, our logo, on the back of his bike. He made up some Corflue ones. I had one on the back of mine, but I had to cut it off to get my bag and that off, and I haven't put it back on yet. But just a reminder that this is part of our annual fundraiser ride for Bowel Cancer Australia. All these trips that we do, it's all self-funded by us, and every donation and every dollar we raise goes to Bowel Cancer Australia. So we're just coming into the town of Coleraine. I don't know if we're going to, I hope I pronounced that right. Maybe we're going to grab lunch here, I'm not too sure. So we've just pulled over for lunch, and Venchie's realised his rear sprocket's not in a good way. So we got stopped here for lunch. We're going to see if we can find have a look on the internet and see if we can find where maybe we can get a sprocket for Venchie. Don't like our luck on a Sunday. So while we've eaten lunch, we've bumped into these two lads, Andrew from Cycling Days,
and my nephew Tom.
And nephew Tom.
Right.
So do you want to tell us a bit about what you're doing?
Yeah, we're riding from Perth to Sydney.
for the Cancer Council, and so this is day 52, and yeah, just doing that because I lost my father to prostate cancer, and other members of the family as well, and it's just a great cause, and everyone, probably 1 in 2 Australians are going to get cancer sometime in their lifetime apparently, so I thought we'd do something big to support others.
No, good on you lads. And what's the name of your YouTube channel?
Cycling Days across Australia.
Yeah, so if you want to check out what they're doing, that's a fair effort, Perth to Sydney on push bikes, so yeah, it's probably worth checking out. I definitely will be. Thanks guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot, great to meet you.
So we've just, we're back on the road now after lunch. The sun's out. We had a massive downpour while we were grabbing something to eat, but the sun's out now, and it's been an absolute awesome day. We've found another back road just heading out of town, so yeah, we'll just cruise along here, and bikes are able to get 80 k's an hour, so it's awesome. Bit of a slow steady hill climb. Had a little bit of a shower come through, nothing serious, but enough to make the roads wet. Definitely got a lot better at staying together as a group. A lot more comfortable with each other. So we're just coming into the town of Cavendish. I think Lockie's running out of fuel, going for the fuel tap there. Starting to get a few specks of rain. We've got a bus coming down here too. Let's see if they've moved right over for us. Good on them. So just rode into a bit of rain there. It's pissing down a little bit, but I think it should break soon, but haven't got the wet weather top on, but I should dry out pretty quick. It looks like it's just going to be a quick downpour and stop. I don't know if it's going to come up in through the rain, but there's the mountains over the back there. Looks pretty cool. Shouldn't be long now before we pop through the other side of this cloud.
How much more wet can I get?
Just chucking on some wet weather gear. Probably a little too little too late. Danielle just rear-ended Lockie, broke his indicator.
Huh?
Just got it.
That's a real friend.
They can only hear me in this conversation. You can sort of get glimpses of the hills up through there, the mountains. Sun's come back out again. We've got some awesome views here off to our right of the Grampians. Quite impressive. I think we're taking it right up here to Hall's Gap. Just saw the sign. There's Lockie waiting. The cars today have actually been really good on some of those really narrow roads. Like, they're pulling over and letting us pass and giving us the right of way, which is really good of them. It was definitely expected that we're going to have to climb a few hills. Looks like they've had some pretty decent fires through here, eh? There goes Wayne showing off on the 200, just powering up the hill. Yeah, the fires looks like it's done a number through here, eh? It's only just sort of starting to grow back. I think Danielle's just got to get in her groove with the cornering and that. She's been doing well all day. Just a little bit of different riding for her now. As long as she just takes her time. So we're just going to take it nice and slow down here. Danielle, just before we got to that lookout, had a bit of a hairy moment where she, from what they were saying, she done well to stay on, but ended up on the shoulder and some of the rocks and that, but managed to get it back on the road. But we're just going to slow down, take it nice and easy for her, just to get in the Halls Gap in one piece. We're doing really well for time, so we thought we might just slow down and enjoy the views. So I'm just going to set a very slow pace, just probably 40 k's an hour. Just going to make sure I always keep that rider behind me in my mirror. I'll slow down a bit more if I have to, but yeah, just going to take it very easy down here. So we've got a lot of cars coming up the other way too, and yeah, she was feeling a bit nauseous. It must have been a pretty hairy moment. It's stirred her up a bit, which is understandable. So it looks like we're about to head in a little bit of bad weather. Might take her a little bit to get her confidence back after that scare. Wayne was just saying, yeah, she done well to stay on. It would have been a nasty one if she come off. It's got pretty dark and gloomy all of a sudden. We're probably about 20 k's out of Halls Gap. Poking along at about 70 k's an hour. Everyone's still behind us, so shouldn't take us too long to get there. Hopefully this rain holds out. It's trying its best to rain on us, but we've been pretty lucky today. So it's just started raining on us, and I reckon we're probably only 3k away from Halls Gap, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but it is what it is. I've still got Danielle in the mirror, which is good. We're not far at all. So we just pulled over for a break at the Halls Gap car park. Luke got a flat tyre, so they'll be a little bit, so we'll just wait here. So we're just leaving Halls Gap now. Just had a big belt of rain come through, so we had to sit under the cover there at Halls Gap and let it pass. We also had to wait for Luke. He got a flat tyre, a rear flat tyre. He actually worn a hole through the tyre, so he's placed a patch on the inside of the tyre, repaired the tube, and he's good to go, but no more skids for Luke, so I'm sure he's not happy about that. But we're going to cruise to Lake Lonsdale now. That's where we're going to camp, providing everything's alright, and then a few of us are going to cruise back in and get some food to have a bit of a sausage and bread night. Probably grab a few drinks too, but we need to free up some room in the panniers because we're pretty heavily loaded, and then we'll head back down. But yeah, we'll probably expect a little bit more rain on our way out there, but we'll see how we go. Got all the tourists pulled up with their hazard lights on the side of the road, which is a little bit dangerous, just to go look at all the kangaroos and stuff that are out in these paddocks. Probably won't be picked up on the GoPro, but probably not the smartest place to park, hey? But you can't educate stupid. Getting a little bit more rain just coming through. We shouldn't probably be far from where we're going to be camping tonight. That's providing that there's nobody already there. We'll see how we go. It was busier than I expected it to be at Hall's Gap on a Sunday. But Danielle's starting to find her feet a bit again after her scare. She's doing bloody well. Like, for someone who's never ridden a bike, it's a pretty full-on thing that she's taken on doing this in support of her friend Maddie, eh? And she's had the elements. Like, we've had some horrible conditions for a first-time rider, you know, fully loaded bike, no experience. She's done well just to keep battling through it, eh? We shouldn't be far now. I saw a sign back there that said Lonsdale National Park or Conservation Reserve or whatever it was, but because we're staying at Lake Lonsdale, I'm assuming it's all part of the same sort of forestry area. Yeah, I can see indicators going on here. Just make sure I give Danielle some room. You can see the lake there. It's quite a big lake, isn't it? I think they're just having a look around, see which campsite's the best. Here at Lake Lonsdale, just setting up camp. We're all sort of spread out, just trying to find some relatively firmish ground that it's not covered in sand. So Mark, Lockie and Luke are about to head into town to grab some stuff for dinner. We're gonna get some sausages and bread and stuff. There's Luke over there getting ready. I might grab Venture and see if we can get some firewood. Mark's doing the rounds to see if anyone wants anything from in town.
Living off the land.
Down here at Venture's little cave. It's got a pretty cool setup. It's got the tarp over in case it rains. Unlike us up there, who are just wishful thinking. So we're just out gathering some firewood with Venture. He's on Danielle's bike. We're just getting enough for a fire tonight. Should be good. So we realised that Danielle's bike doesn't have back brakes, which is probably why she's struggling to pull up a bit, but when we get back, Venture's going to sort her out and give it a birthday, so he says. Who thinks Venture's been a bit ambitious with his firewood pile here? I do. But he reckons it's going to be, how many pizzas worth?
13 pizzas.
13 pizzas. That's what Luke carted back to campsite one time when he was out. So if anyone thought it was too ambitious, it's not. He got it all on there. So that's Venture's way of thinking, and over there's my way of thinking. But anyway. So we should have plenty of firewood for the fire now. Luke carried that big log over on his bike. He's coming back from town.
mine slipped in.
So Venchi's found out that it's slipping on the spline. But now that he's touched it, it comes with a lifetime warranty, so I'm not too phased.
Getting twisted when she came up to that water because it was on the rev limit. I was like, what the heck is that coming?
Oh, I knew it was coming, and I was hoping it was going to end up in the water, but... Got some storm clouds brewing behind us as Venchi and Pete work hard to get these brakes sorted for Danielle.
Put the chain on.
Got the chain in the way.
Right. Bit more. Watch your fingers. There you go. Right, get space in it. Okay, bang it through. And a bit more. Almost lined up. That's it, we're through.
Oh no, that's what. This one's got two washes.
Who went and got more timber?
Oh, had to get 13 jiggers.
13 pieces worth of wood.
Wife, tied on it. She carried that.
Tied it on.
That's this. See, it's aftermarket.
Gonna be able.
Oh, I think it was stopping originally, and then it decided it wasn't stopping.
Why would you want to stop? When you can run into fences.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah. The brakes don't explain why the bike was revving off its head.
That was the rider. You're gonna ride it. Never heard you.
She...
My learners when I get home.
No, she's not.
Oh, yeah,
She's...
You gonna buy another bike? Or?
yeah.
So Venchi and Pete have sorted it out. We've got back brakes again. Danielle will be happy about that. What do you think, mate? Happy about that?
Stage fright.
So we've had to come up to the toilet block because it's belted down rain. Cooking sausages next to the toilet.